Henson. Good morning. Right, and this was a plea on one case or two?
One. On the interior. Or the new number one, I believe. The judge did there was a referral for felony drug court that they denied him, he was disqualified.
Okay.
And then we did the Tacoma evaluation prior to this study was completed.
All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 009236W and 2022 CR 5859 State versus Thomas Nathaniel Henson. Can I have parties announced for the record? State? Defense?
Attorney Albert Osfello for Mr. Henson, are ready, Your Honor.
All right. So we're proceeding first with regards to the evading arrest detention with the vehicle.
Sure.
And you're Mr. Thomas Nathaniel Henson?
Sure.
All right, so have both parties reviewed the DDRF MIC evaluation and the TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sure.
Any objections, state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections, defense?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, according to this plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending probation in this case. And you and I had a discussion about life at the jail and at the prison.
Sure.
Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so probation,
Yes,
what are you recommending for Mr. Henson?
Judge, as the and mental health evaluation states, we are recommending DDRF. We are recommending DDRF followed by aftercare. The mixed supervision after his release, regular monthly UAs, and sober support meetings.
So DDRF, MIC, and aftercare?
Yes, Judge.
All right, how old are you? All right, so I am telling you this and I want you to hear me clearly. They don't have the Scared Straight program anymore. When I was growing up, there was always an after-school special. And I remember a Scared Straight program, and one of the guys who was the actor in it was one of the guys from The White Shadow. And so they lined up all of these young boys. They're supposed to be in high school, but back in the day, people are supposed to be playing as high schoolers, and they look like their 20s and their 30s. But they sent them to prison for Scared Straight. And so when they get to the prison, what ends up happening is all the inmates there are trying to scare them straight, saying, this is what happens to you at the prison, right? And the inmate said, do not come back here. Get your life in order. Because if you come back in here, we not friends, and you're just going to be some other inmate, and whatever happens at the prison happens at the prison. And you know what ended up happening in that after school special? They had, I think, about 6 students to go, right? So one guy doesn't listen, he comes back. And he comes there and he sees the prisoners who are trying to scare him straight. And he's like, hey, and they're like, don't know you. That's prison life. And it'll be nice if you go to prison and people just let you do your time. You don't have to watch your back and nobody's trying to sell you for any products. That would be just great. But in the real world, that's not the way the prison works. That's not the way the jail works. Because sometimes you're at the prison and you know who's at the prison? People who committed murder, people who committed aggravated assault, people who committed sexual assaults. Everybody is at the prison. You understand? And they are not going to be your friends. There's not going to be somebody who's going to look out for you and say, you know what? I'm protecting him. If they do, 9 times out of 10, they're going to want something from you. So I'm going to grant your application, but you had better start taking this seriously, because even though you're young and I consider you a child because of your age, the legal system does not consider you a child. There's always room at the Bexar County Jail. There's always room at the prison because it's for profit. You never hear them saying, oh, the prison's overcrowded. What are we going to do about this? And you know why you don't hear people going to Congress and saying, let's make these prisons better. Let's paint them. This floor is dirty. Let's make sure that's clean. You know why? Because it's not sexy. Nobody cares about it. And when I was a defense attorney, you know what people would say? That's what they deserve. Why are you trying to make it nice for them at the prison? Why do they have to lift weight at the prison? Why do they need a library at the prison? It's supposed to be all about suffering. That's the way people feel. Do I feel that way? No. I wish people could go to prison, do their time, learn something. Maybe like something out of Superman 2, where they put you in the glass and you just float around and learn. But that's not the way it is. So you're going to have to change. And if you don't change and a motion to revoke is filed, you're looking at going to prison. And no amount of your baby face and I'm young and all shucks is going to end up saving you. You understand? And stop with all the tattoos on your face. All right. So in cause number 2024 CR 009236W, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to grant your application. And the court, all right, the box is checked for recommendation of community supervision, but there's no requested punishment. The paperwork is incorrect. So are you all in agreement to deferred adjudication?
Yes.
All right, so if you all want to check that you all agree to deferred adjudication. All right, so in that cause number, I'm going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. This is run concurrent with 2022 CR 5859. Taking consideration 2024 PF 06107, 2024 PF 06357. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, DDRF, mixed supervision, and followed by aftercare. And there's going to be 90 sober support meetings in 90 days upon release. There's to be no contact with Susie Castaneda. Do you have any children?
No.
That is great. There's to be the defensive driving course. And I say that because you're not ready. You got to work on yourself. And then maybe in the future, you'll be ready to be someone's father. You understand? So until you finish working on yourself, don't go out, try to have children, everything, just 100% concentrated on maintaining your sobriety and getting mental health issues under control, okay? Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. 200 hours of community service restitution. How far did you go in school?
7th or 8th grade.
All right. I'll weigh 100 hours as he obtains his GED and another 100 hours if you obtain a certificate from trade school. I consider improving yourself a part of community service to the public, okay? Probation, is there anything else? No. What I'm gonna do is I'm putting the GED out there. If you don't obtain your GED, which you should, if you don't obtain that, then you're probably gonna end up, they're gonna have you out there picking up trash along the freeway, which one is dangerous and two is dirty. So this way you can improve yourself, you understand? And if you have issues with passing your GED, just let probation know and we'll work with you, all right? Probation, anything else? That's all on that. All right, and then of course, proof of employment within 45 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yeah.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And cause number 2022 CR 5859. The defendant previously pled true. The court found it true. Court will deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions to include DDRF, 90 sober meetings in 90 days, place him on the MIC caseload, and aftercare. And this will run concurrent with 2024 CR 009236W. Is there anything else on that case, probation? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I want you to succeed. Obviously, the state wants you to succeed. That's why they wanted you to be continued. What you do with this chance is completely up to you. You understand? So this is your shot. All right, don't blow it. All right, good luck to you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes.
Every day, Judge.
Thank you.